Hello, divine, messy humans. Coming to you today for video 3 on survival mode. Now, survival mode isn't all bad. We need it, obviously, to help us survive. The whole point of us having an inbuilt survival mode, a physiological response to stress and fear and all the rest, is to keep us safe. The point of life is to get the child to live to adulthood. And so, for the most part, survival mode is our body's way of getting us to the next day alive. Really, really important. So, not everything that we get from survival mode is a bad thing. Now, we obviously want to rewire those patterns in the nervous system that are creating issue, which is really, really well worth doing. Any somatic therapists, I highly recommend for that kind of work. I think it's really important to work with people who can shift the stress out of the body, who can retrain that energy to work in a very different way. Now, some of the things that I have realized with my survival mode is survival mode gave me motivation. It really helped me strive and achieve some goals, whether that be at the gym, with my business, with my parenting, in relationships. It really helped me achieve what I wanted and needed to achieve. Now, the problem was I was living in survival mode constantly. There was no break from it. I had a challenging situation in which I was living. It was quite a toxic environment. No blame there, but that's just what it was. And that meant that I was constantly on edge. Now, in that state, our body doesn't have the off switch. So we're constantly on. And the body is not designed to work that way. It's designed to work in short bursts of stress. However, some of the things that have been gifted to me in that process have been things like the fact that I now truly understand my body. I can feel when things aren't quite right. I can feel when I've eaten the wrong foods or had, the wrong nutrients, or I haven't had enough time in nature, because I had chronic fatigue and I had no choice but to listen to my body deeply. I know when I'm out of alignment spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. And I actually now, because of the work I've done, understand what I need to do to redress that balance. But the gifts in all of that have been phenomenal, because I can catch myself before the physical illness smacks me down. And so often I do, which is an incredible place to be. And a lot of my clients that I work with learn to do the same. And a lot of other people I know obviously do the same as well. That's what happens when we're in this kind of industry, and not just walking our walk, or not just talking our talk, I should say, but walking our walk. It really is a vital part of our nature. Now, the other things that survival mode have given me, for example, is it has given me that boost to achieve my goals. It has allowed me to push through. But the thing that stopped me pushing through so much until I get burned out or sick is the fact that now I understand my body, which is the gift given to me from the chronic fatigue, which was a result of long-term emotional stress. So it's really, really interesting when you start looking at that. Now, where I find it holds me back is that most areas of my life I absolutely love. I think they are incredible and amazing, and I feel really blessed to be living the way that I'm living. However, there's one or two areas of my life that just aren't quite there. And it has felt like they're not quite there for quite some time. Now, the question I have to ask myself is, what is living in survival mode giving me? What is it actually doing for me? Because at the end of that question is the answer to which I can unstick those areas that aren't quite working. So have a think about life. What has survival mode given you? Are there any bits of your life that are stuck because survival mode was seen as such a huge gift that you actually can't move through it? It's fascinating when you start asking yourself these deep questions, because all of a sudden pathways become clear of how you can move through or around or bypass it completely. Because some things don't actually need to be fixed. And some questions that we ask ourselves don't need to be answered. Sometimes the questions just lead to more questions, which lead to more questions. If we allow that inner toddler who wants to keep asking questions free rein, we get more curious, we get more inquisitive. And in that state, we can often find answers that we wouldn't have previously seen. So let me know how you get on with this. I'm really, really curious. I'd love to see some, some comments, what awarenesses you've had, anything that you'd like me to speak about on a deeper level, anything like that, put it in the comments. And again, if you like these videos, please go back and watch some of my others on my YouTube channel, or like, share, subscribe. You guys actually know what to do. So sending lots and lots of love. Have a wonderful day.